Like, I always felt like I showed sometimes I would show extreme emotions and it would be taken as, like, something different than what it actually was, and, like, they just didn't understand me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because people think my child that's 5 years old cannot comprehend what he's saying. They most definitely can.
But children are little sponges, and I know you hear that all the time, but they're smarter than you think. They act dumb, or they can't express themselves enough where they can, really show you what they're thinking, but I promise you their brains they're insane,
Yeah.
honestly. The first time I really remember needing some sort of help was it was this really nice day outside, and my parents wanted me to help them out with some stuff, just yard work and all this stuff, and I just started getting really anxious and overstimulated, and I had so much stuff going on in my own brain outside of what was going on in the moment that I just started to full on break down. And my parents, seeing me as a 10-year-old kid, thought that I was throwing a tantrum because I didn't want to do yard work and help them out and stuff like that. But really, I was a 10-year-old with suicidal thoughts who wanted to cut myself and didn't wanna be there, you know? It was I didn't understand what I was feeling, so I didn't know how to explain to them how I was feeling. Jake, do you wanna take over a little
Yeah,
bit? And
I
then I
got
can
you.
go back?
Um, I also uh, I started very young with mental health issues. Uh, in, like, kindergarten, I got, like, really mad at just anything, and I started expressing myself by crying, and they thought, "Oh, this kid doesn't wanna do work, he doesn't know what he's doing," and a few people thought, "Oh, maybe this kid does know what he's doing, he just doesn't know how to express himself." Um, but in that moment, the only way I could express myself was through anger, crying, having meltdowns. Um, so I I started going into, I think it was like second grade, and then I got like, I think it was third grade when I started getting a therapist, and they didn't, nobody knew what to do because I didn't know how to explain it to myself before I could explain it to other people. So we we did nothing the whole therapy session, and I just kept lying to myself saying it's okay, they know what they're doing. So I just kept going on and on until I was like, "This isn't working. I need some way to express myself." Like 8th grade, I actually started coming out of like a cocoon almost, like into a beautiful butterfly. Um, you know, started being social again. I actually had people to talk to. I actually started expressing myself and being who I wanted. Started finding a great friend group, you know. Like if you feel self-conscious, that's all right. You can be self-conscious, but don't let that weigh yourself down from doing whatever you want because you can do stuff at your own pace.